So we'll move to the fifth house, right? Fifth house significances. So Kamlesh will tell about fifth house. What are the significances?
Intelligence,
Yes.
children, um,
Yes. Education. Very
education.
important.
Yeah. Yes.
Your creativity,
Right.
your artistic skills, the actors that people
Okay.
become, entertainment industry.
Oh, yes.
Fifth house is solutions. Fifth house
Yeah.
is advice.
Right.
Fifth house is your healer also. When a person is sick, then his fifth house dasha or fifth house needs to come in action, because that is the solution, that is the healing power that fifth house has. It is also product development, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is also technical support. A person who's a technical techie, he could have that profession in his, right? Speculations. The people, a lot of people will come, can we do share trading? You need to see his fifth house. If his fifth house is connected to his 10th house, then sure, he can, right?
Mm-hmm.
So education will have control over your profession,
Okay.
right? See, in the beginning, I've told you that wherever the Lord of first house, you will have control. Similarly, these are sub kingdoms. So they are also having king, right? So that king will also have control over the area where it's sitting. So education will have control over your profession.
Yeah.
So you need to get educated to get into that profession.
Mm.
Fifth house is skills also. You need to keep educating yourself if you want to grow in profession. You need to keep adding new skills to your profession,
Mm.
right? Reading is also part of fifth house, right? You can
Mm.
utilize by reading also. If you make a habit of reading, that will also enhance your profession,
Isn't it
right?
ancient text knowledge as well?
It is also house of mantra,
Mantras. That's what it is.
right?
Okay.
If a person has come, I want to do sadhana, mantra sadhana. So fifth house needs to be active at that time, right? So there was a person who had a business, right?
Huh.
And he was not teaching education. He was not into advisory. He was not into product development. He was not into technical. But his profession was connected to fifth house. He had a business of toys, toy factory, right?
Mm.
So when you are studying about any significance, what are the things connected to that significance that should also be kept in mind? Children, toys, they are
Mm.
connected,
Mm.
right? Play school, crutch, these are connected. So this is how you will decode things which are connected to that house, that particular significance. So one house can have lot of significances, but you
Yeah.
need the one I'm telling you are the basics one. This will give you a connection to further build up as per your intelligence, as per your experience, right? So so what would be the remedies if a first lord is sitting in 10th house? If a second lord is sitting in 10th house, how do you plan remedies for a career? Not by
Yeah.
planets, by utilizing the houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
First house is your fitness, appearance, right? So if your first house lordship, lord is sitting in 10th house, you need to keep yourself fit. You need to feel yourself. You need to give attention to your dress up, right? If second lord is sitting in 10th, then you should involve your family or improve your speaking skills, speech, right?
Question. So if we don't have a planet in the 10th house, it goes back to our first house.
We will, no.
No?
Any house which doesn't have a planet, we will be covering that in next class.
Okay.
There are aspects which are yet to be covered. In this class,
Okay.
we'll cover the aspects, and in next class, we'll cover up how the houses are decoded which do not have planets in it.
Okay.
Right? So this is
Alright.
just that a planet which is sitting and we are decoding that thing. Right?
Okay.
Next
You'll
class
cover
will be
that
on
also?
how to decode houses which do not have a planet. Right? So your third house sitting in 10th, how would you improve your career? Change of residence or traveling can improve your profession.
Okay.
Because third house is also change of your residence. Right? Fourth lord sitting in 10th, you should start working from home. Plan your things at home. What are you going to do when you go in your office? If fifth lord is there, how to align, how to enhance your profession? You need to educate yourself. Start reading. Start spending time with your childrens. Right? Start entertaining yourself. Right? When we will be coming to signs, there are places where you go and your house gets activated. So when we'll be discussing about signs, significances, you will also come to know which places are good to activate which house and how to activate that house. Right? So let's come to the sixth house. So sixth house significances, what are the sixth house significances? If the sixth house lord is connected to 10th house, it's sitting in 10th house, then how would it work?
Enemies, diseases, health related issues.
Dead.
Right? Sixth house is your job house also. A
Oh.
person should be in a job. He'll not have any problems. He cannot do business. But what sort of job he can do? Remember the bad things about this house? Diseases. He could be a doctor. Just opposite to what this house negative things are there. He could be a doctor, right?
Yeah.
It is also litigation, legal things. Sixth house is legality also, legal litigation. So he could be a lawyer, right? This house has also got loans related, debts, loans. So he could be a financial consultant, right? Who could offer loans, mortgage services, right? His profession will be connected to these things, right? He could be a service provider. He could work in the field of service like Uber, Zomato.
If it were a dark influence, he could be like a drug dealer.
Drug dealer doesn't come from here. It comes from eighth
Okay.
house. Eighth house's work has the significance of immoralities. So, right,
Okay.
it's not the significance of sixth house. Sixth
Okay.
house is competition also. A person could be connected to sports. A person can be connected to sports, right? He could be a gym owner also because it's a exercise routine. A routine is seen through sixth house. If sixth house is operating and it's giving bad results, then tell a person to maintain a routine. Right? Other than that, he could be a dietitian also. It is day-to-day activities. Right? It is also volunteer activities. So social activities where volunteer is required, you can do that also to give stability to this house. Right? The person can work in service industry, volunteer things, maintain a routine, right? If sixth house is damaged, he will have problems related day-to-day problems in his job. If a person says, yeah, I have a problem every day, a new challenge, every day a new problem, then you need to see his sixth house. Sixth house will tell you what is the reason behind it, right? Just a second. All right. Right. So let's move to the next house, seventh house. Right. So seventh house, what are the significances? If you're having 10th house, having the lord of seventh house, how would that be? The first thing that should come to your mind, a person should be into his business.
Mm-hmm. Partnerships,
Right.
business.
Yeah.
Yes. Partnership will have control over his profession.
Marriage.
He could do independent business also. His life partner can also be part of his profession. So if there is sixth house lord sitting in 10th house, right? Or sixth lord is sitting in seventh house and seventh lord is sitting in 10th house, how would that be?
So you can have your own business, or your partner and you can have one.
But if it's having sixth lord in it, then how do you connect that? The business could be connected to sixth house activities.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like a clinic doctor, something that has a partnership with
Yes, he
other.
could be a doctor. He could have a business related to service industry. He could be the owner of Uber. He could be the owner of Zomato. Any service sector things, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've taught you how the profession, how to decode seventh house. Seventh house was taken in last class, right? So client interactions, clients are also seventh house. So a person could be in a field where he will interact with clients. In lot of companies, you have CRM, client relationship managers who handle clients. You have customer care people. So they interact with clients, right? If a person has come, can I do events? What house you will see? You will be seeing seventh house.
Yeah.
Seventh house is where
Clients.
clients will come for the event.
Wouldn't this
Right.
be astrology too? Astrology.
Astrology is eighth house. It's the
Oh.
hidden secret. We'll come to the eighth house also. Seventh house is connected to partnership, business, clients, right? Eighth house is clients' money, right? There is a direct influence of partner if seventh house lord is sitting in 10th house. If you are into a partnership firm, then your partner will play a very big role. You will listen to him. Right? So eighth lord sitting in 10th house, it's the ideal position for an astrologer to become a professional astrologer.
Mm.
Right? If a
Ooh, I got
person
that.
has if the person has eighth house lord sitting in 10th house and he's doing some profession and he's facing challenges and he is not interested in reading astrology, then he should start reading if he's not practicing. That will also balance his eighth house.
Well, I have Rahu, so how do I know what mine is?
Which planet do you have in your 10th house?
Rahu.
Rahu. So we have not yet come to Rahu. So that means
I
what
knew you were
other
gonna-
planets are seeing, what other planets are seeing to that house,
What's your
that will play a
lord?
big role. Right. Do you have any planet in fourth house?
Me? Yeah.
What
It's
is that planet?
Saturn and K2.
Saturn and Ketu. Right. So your Saturn is connected to Ketu. Right.
Yeah.
So your profession, Ketu, what is Ketu?
Yoga, meditation,
Meditation.
detachment,
It's connected to Saturn. It's connected
isolation.
to Saturn, and Saturn is seeing the profession.
Okay.
Service.
What are the lordships that Saturn carry?
Discipline, hard work.
No. That are traits or significances you're
Oh,
talking
wait.
about the planet.
Lordship. Oh,
Aquarius.
Lordships, the house lordships.
Aquarius.
12th and 11th.
Where is the 11th? In the House of Loss. 12th house.
The 12th house and 11th house. Right. So 12th house significances. What are the significances of 12th house? It's yoga, meditation, charity.
Right. Charity.
Saturn is seeing your professional house.
Okay.
Right. So when
Okay.
when there is a planet or a planet seeing, how does that influence in next class? Right.
Okay.
I'll be telling you about aspects today only.
Okay.
Right. So every planet has its seventh aspect. So Saturn is seeing your professional front. Right.
Okay.
So Rahu happens to be planet of hidden things. It has got connection with online. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing meditation and yoga. Saturn is sitting with Ketu. It's part of your profession. It's looking your profession. That is how you connect.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Eighth house is? Eighth house is taxation also. A person
Chronic
could be into taxation. He
Eighth
could
house
be a
is
chartered accountant. Eighth house is hidden education. So scientist, if you want to see a scientist, how would that come out to be? He needs to be a good researcher. His eighth house will be involved. Eighth house is research and development. Eighth house is insurance also. A person who's in the field of insurance, his eighth lord will be connected to 10th lord. Eighth house is surgery also. So surgeons are also connected to eighth house. Eighth house, if you see a person who's running a very big factory, manufacturing things, this manufacturing is also connected to eighth house. Right. Eighth house is connected to computer language also, because you decode things. There is a lot of hidden things over there. A person who's into software development, that is also connected to eighth house. See, these things are connected to planets also, right? So at present, you're just studying about houses. When you will start studying about planets, signs, then lot of things will start. Then you need to go step by step. First step will be your houses. The second will be your planets, right? And the lagna, that is you yourself. The planet, the sign which is in lagna is the trait that you perceive from outside, right? How you are from outside. That is the sign which will be sitting in first house. And how do you feel from inside? It's your sign which has moon, because moon is your heart, your feelings, what you want to do in your life from your heart. That sign is the sign. In Vedic we call it the moon sign, because moon happens to be connected to your heart, right? So eighth house is also your in-laws. So never spoil relationships with your in-laws. If it's connected to your profession, you should always maintain good relationships with your in-laws. If you have bad relations, then it will have impact on your professional front, right? So let's come to the ninth house. If a 10th house has lordship of Lord, which is Lord of ninth house. So ninth house is
Luck, destiny,
all right.
Higher learning,
What else? Pardon?
Ancestor.
higher learning,
Yes. What else?
Father.
Yes,
Yes.
very nice.
guru,
The most
Guruji.
important for all you astrologers is its house of consultancy also. It is house of counseling also. It is house of guidance also. Right. So a person could be a psychiatrist, right? He could be your guru also, who would teach you, right? He could be a professor. When you're talking about school teacher, it's your fifth house. When you're talking about higher learning, it could be a professor, right? He could also be a religious preacher because ninth house is connected to religion also, right? The most important consultant as an astrologer, if your eighth lord is sitting in ninth house and your ninth lord is sitting in 10th house, it is giving that you can give good consultancy as an astrologer, as your ninth lord is sitting in your 10th house. So first step is to understand which house planet is sitting in 10th house. Then in the lordship of that house, which planet is sitting. That is how you will build up the chain, right? So you could be a very good trainer as well because you have that skills of teaching people, guiding people. You could be in your father's profession. If somebody father is working and he has a ninth house lord sitting in 10th, he could pursue his father's business. Wherever your ninth house planet is sitting, you are having luck over there. So if ninth lord is sitting in 10th house, then your profession will be having luck. You will have God's blessing in your luck, you can say, in your profession. You don't have to work that hard like a person who has third house planet sitting in 10th house. Third house is your efforts, hard work. Whereas ninth house is your luck. So luck will play a very important role. I have given you an example of a person who was there for an interview. There were two people, one with very nice marks and the other one was having less marks. The one who had less marks got through because his planet ninth lord was sitting in his 10th house, right? Or ninth lord was sitting in his 11th house, right? So ninth house is your luck, your fortune. So that is ninth house is also your ancestors. Ninth house is, you will come in aspects that Jupiter plays a very important role over there, right? So if your 10th house has 11th lord, how would that be? 11th lord aspects.
Great.
Isa,
That's great.
you tell me.
That
See,
is
I'm
great.
giving you a revision also. I'm giving you an understanding also, because this is a very important thing, right? When you will be studying further, these things needs to be very clear in mind, right? So Tisa, tell me the significances of 11th house.
11th house is your friends.
Yes.
It's also the gains too, right? It's a house of
No, it's not
gains,
gains.
friends.
No. Yes, it's house of gains. Yes.
Yeah.
It's your
So
friends. It's your elder siblings.
yep.
It's your desires, your wishes.
Yep.
So in your professions, your desires will play a very big role.
Mm-hmm.
As you grow in your profession, more your desires will be. There will be no end to your desires,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you want to buy a house, you will work accordingly. When you buy a house, your desire will increase that I want a better house,
Yep.
right? So your desires, wishes, gains, these all will play.
Yep.
Friends
Yep.
will also play a very important role in your profession
Mm-hmm.
because they will be the one who will be the guiding angels for you at that time.
Mhm.
Your elder brothers can play a very big role,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 10th lord sitting in 10th house, how would that be?
Well, it kind of depends on well, I mean, it depends on if you have a 10th lord sitting in your 10th house, it would just strengthen the house, right?
Yes, that's very true. I
So
had
what
explained multiple times, if a lord is sitting in its own house, how would that person be? He will not listen to anybody.
yeah, he'll be in command.
He'll be
Or
very authoritative.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But 10th lord sitting in 10th house will give lot of stability, but he has to stay positive. He needs to keep his attitude out of work. He needs to think in a positive manner. He should think for people. These emotions should be connected to people. If his emotions are not connected, if he's not listening to anybody, he's showing attitude, then this house will not give him positive results. This is a
Mm-hmm.
house of authority, administration, government. So government related work also comes from 10th to 10th house. Right. So 11th house is also NGO. A person could be connected to NGO also.
Mm-hmm.
If his 10th house has 11th lord. 11th house is NGO also. Keep that
Mm.
thing also in mind. If a person is working in a share trading company, if he's doing a share trading work, so he could do some sort of social work in an NGO that will give more better growth in his profession. We are utilizing the significance by doing some generous work at NGO, right? So if 10th house is 12th lord, how would that be? This we have discussed multiple times. 12th houses, what is 12th house? Significances. Remember the significances.
Yoga, meditation, overseas work.
Yes.
Isolation.
Hospital. How would isolation play a role in in your profession?
Foreign land too.
It could only be if you are a writer. You need isolation. Or a poet.
Or a
Right?
day trader.
Day traders, see, trading comes from 7th house. Any trading
Okay.
that you do comes from 7th house. Right? If a person is he wants to trade in ready-made things, then 7th house needs to be checked because 7th house is trading.
Okay.
12th house is foreign land. 12th house is export import. A person could get into profession related to export import. Hospital jobs. Hospital is also 12th house. Medicines, you need to go to hospital to get medicines. So medicines work can also be connected to this house. The jail, people who are prisoned, jail is also connected to 12th house.
Ashrams. Talk about jail.
Yes, meditation ashrams. Where you
Are
learn
ma-
meditation. Where you
Glorified
learn
jail.
meditation, where you learn
are they
meditation, those ashrams are connected to 12th house. But where preaching is done, where teaching is done, that is connected to 9th house. Right? So we have covered all the houses, significances, planets sitting in 10th house, right from 1 to 12. Right? So if 5th house and 12th house lord are connected to 10th house, then what will happen? If there is a planet which has a lordship of 12th house and fifth house, what it would happen when the
Oh,
dasha of
you-
that planet. So just giving a slight outline of how dashas are operating now, right? We've completed the analysis of how to analyze a house where a planet is sitting. So next class we'll discuss when a planet is not sitting, right?
Mhm.
A small outline how the dasha operates. We'll have a complete class on this, but just giving you an outline how the dashas operate, right?
Mhm.
So if there is a planet which has the lordship of fifth and 12th house sitting in 10th house, how would that operate?
your husband or your partner and you both or your group could work overseas. You could work in import export for your careers. You could work in medicine or hospitals.
You are quite close, but fifth house and 12th house. 12th house is losses also.
Oh, fifth. Oh, sorry, fifth. I thought you said seventh. Sorry.
So you could, if your 12th house lord is sitting in 10th house and the dasha of that house has come, and if your profession is not connected to 12th house, then you might lose that job.
You should move. You should move
You-
overseas.
You could move to overseas, that will give stability. You should start doing charity. If you don't do anything, any significance related to 12th house, then there will be some sort of loss in your profession.
Mhm.
Or what if you
Right.
retire, like from one profession and you're learning another,
That
right?
depends on your age also. That depends
Yeah.
on your age also.
Right.
Saturn will take
How
over.
is fifth house involved? I've in the beginning of the classes, I've told you that any house which is 12th from a particular house will mitigate the results of the next house. So if we see the sixth house and count the planets anti-clockwise, fifth house is your 12th from sixth.
Mhm.
So sixth house is job, then fifth house will be job loss,
Yeah.
right? So you need to be connected to either fifth house or to the 12th house, right? It is not necessary that you might lose a job if your 12th house related job that you're doing. Then it could be that you might have a change of job.
Or profession.
Yes, that's very true.
Because that's what I'm in the middle of.
So how would you take? So when will this thing happen? This will happen when the dasha of that planet comes, right?
Mm. Mhm.
Any event which is being seen in any chart would happen only when the dasha gets activated, when the planet time comes. Remember this line. If you are running a dasha of a particular planet which happens to represent fifth house, that time the fifth house related activities will happen. Fifth house is education also. So you might start taking an education. Your 12th house is your hidden talent. You don't know what talent you have. But if there is a dasha which is operating of 12th house, then you will get into a work that you have it from your past life.